Hey guys, No Tech for You here, and first things first, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 1,000 or 100. I wish I had 1,000 for 100 subscribers. It means a lot to me. I'm certainly getting back up to the 250 I used to have on my old channel, so thank you guys so much. What I'm going to be doing today is showing you guys how to make this glossy text that I've been using on a lot of my recent backgrounds and things. Um, so yeah, it gives you a nice shine on all the edges, and I think it looks really good. So I'll show you how I do it. I've already centered and added a camera just so I know where the front of all this is. Um, so if you guys want to do that, that's cool. You can. Sorry if you hear that mower in the background too. Let's just find a font quick. Base 9. Oh, nope, not responding. Awesome. Just give it a little while. There we go. Devil Breeze. That looks cool. Alright, let's use that no tech just to make this simple. I always put it in the middle. Let's get my camera so I have it centered and move it back a little bit. Alright, so first things first, I have my text. And then what I do is I take that text and I move the camera just above here, and then I can hit Control C, Control V twice, and then I highlight or select MoGraph text 1 and 2, and then I go to caps, start cap, fillet cap, and then I move it back. Then I take MoGraph 2 and I make this to about 10 centimeters. It doesn't have to be exactly double, but should be, bigger. And then we zoom in, and we want to look right at the edge where MoGraph text 1 and MoGraph 2 meet. And we don't want MoGraph 2 going over it, but we want it to be really close to MoGraph 1. So right about there. As you can see, it's barely overlapping. And then I'm going to take MoGraph 2 and go to the Objects tab and make it about 120 as a depth, because I like long text. Then you can go back to our front camera, so that's what it looks like. And then I add a new material. What are we going to do? We'll do green. Green's my favorite color. Why not green? Actually, we'll make it a blue-green. It's pretty cool. Put a little gray. I don't really like spectacular, so we'll dumb it down to about 5, and then 40, and then 8, neg 8. So it's barely there. Luminescence, turn that on, dumb it down to 1%. Gives it a nice soft glow. Just softens all the edges. Turn on reflections, and I do a mid-tone gray, so that increases the contrast of all the reflections. And then I take the total reflection and dumb it down to about 20% and add a Fenzel, which gives it nice crisp edges. As you can see from up here, it reflects more on the edges. And so do that, and I think that's pretty much everything I do. So we're going to take this and apply it to the front text. And then we're going to Control C and Control V or duplicate the text a couple times, or the color, the material a couple times. God, I can't get my words out today. And then we're going to make a black one and a gray one. And for the black one, we want to remove the luminescence. We can remove the luminescence. We can remove the luminescence on the gray one too, but it doesn't really matter. Gray one I usually use as my MoGraph 2, and black I have as MoGraph 1 because it adds a really nice border. And then this, for this next part, is why I keep on the global illumination, because I don't actually use orb lights or any sort of given lights that it has in here. I use a plane, and I extend it so that it stretches past the sides of the text and move it above the text. And then I create a new material, turn off color and specular, and turn on luminescence only. And then I'm going to do 120% luminescence, and yes, it does actually get brighter if you push it past 100%. So then I apply that to the plane, and I'll actually just duplicate this plane and move it down below too. But down below I'll remove the lighting. And so, like in real life, Cinema 4D actually reflects light off of all objects. So even though the light's only on the top, it'll reflect off the bottom and give the bottom still a little light. It won't be super contrasted. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I do to create this text. The global illumination allows anything with a luminescence to give off an actual amount of light. So I think it makes the text look really nice and really crisp, and it definitely gives all of the art that I do a lot more depth. So it's not quite as bland and plain as any of the other text is out there. You guys are definitely welcome to use this in all your stuff. I'm not going to say I invented it, because I didn't. I'm sure you could find other tutorials on how to make other types of text too. If there's anything you guys ever really want to see from me, or you want a tutorial on anything, you can just go ahead and ask. Some of them might be some long tutorials, especially if you ask on how to do a specific intro or something. Some of those intros take me quite a long time, and so 6 hours can't really be condensed into 10 minutes. But yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much again for 100 subscribers. It's a great thing. And here's the text rendering out finally. Global illumination actually gives you that pre-render sort of layered dot thing that it does over the text, because it graphs how much light has to be on each individual part of the text. So yeah. Also, another update, with my new computer I'll have 6 cores, so this will happen a lot faster. Even though this dual core may be fast, it's certainly not fast enough. So I'm really excited to get my new computer done. And that, if it'll finish rendering out that last block, come on, there you go, is what it looks like. That actually looks really nice. And then, as you can see in some of the others, I like to take the plane that actually glows and duplicate it and make it look like it's in an office building or something, just to add a lot of more reflections on it. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys use it. Till next time, see you later, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Like, comment, and favorite. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and then I can get 200 subs, and then we can do another video. Yay. Alright, bye guys.